X-ray Golf Sierra, ready at runway tree 4 straight out departure.
Boeing Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Windcom straight out departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway tree 4.
Alright, land at sight, place engines to idle.
Cleared for takeoff runway tree 4 Boeing X-ray Golf Sierra.
How do you place the engines at idle?
Singapore 217 heavy contact Melbourne approach on 132.0.
It is idle.
Good day. Going to 132.0 Singapore 217 heavy.
Here's the ambulance. Crew operations in progress. It's you to do. I mean, this is awesome, first of all. If the flight controls could get squared away, this would be perfect. Maybe it's just my setup. Some setting I don't have, I don't know.
Boeing X-ray Golf Sierra leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
I kind of made him walk far, but not much of a choice.
Follow the Airbus A20 on final.
Yep, is he going through the ambulance? He's going through the ambulance. And he went through the ambulance.
Melbourne Tower, Boeing Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra frequency change. Melbourne Center,
there's a kid
Boeing
there.
Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is type Boeing 3 miles north of Melbourne, 4,900 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Boeing Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra
Nice.
Center. Squawk tree 665.
Squawk tree 665, Boeing X-ray Golf Sierra.
My dude's just
Boeing
struck.
X-ray Golf Sierra radar contact 5 miles north of Melbourne,
Nope, he disappeared.
9,600 feet.
Tavern is secure.
Through the Charlie airspace.
Select hospital on the map. Hit the nearby hospital.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace, Boeing
I
X-ray
see a
Golf
nearby
Sierra.
hospital. Alright, we're gonna go to that one. Like the closest. Alright, well, we need the engines working again. Honestly, at this point, probably would have been faster for him just to drive.
Report them in sight.
Boeing X-ray Golf Sierra have the traffic.
Velocity tree 49er
Is that supposed to be a water tower?
4 miles at 14,900
It is.
feet Boeing.
I don't understand
Report
that.
them in sight.
Procedurally generated, perhaps? Like, look at that thing. Disgusting.
Boeing X-ray Golf Sierra contact Melbourne.
Oh, is there
approach on
smoke?
132.0.
They pop smoke at the hospital for us? That was nice of them.
132.0, Boeing X-ray Golf Sierra. Goodbye. Melbourne approach Boeing Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra 13,200 feet.
Boeing Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Melbourne approach altimeter 29.92 radar contact continue. Boeing X-ray Golf Sierra contact Melbourne Center on 124.0. Good day.
Sure enough, there it is.
124.0, Boeing Boeing X-Ray Golf Sierra. Goodbye. Melbourne Center, Boeing Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf
Do they have
Sierra,
a helipad? They do.
8,700 feet.
Alright, so let's do a quick LZ check.
Melbourne Center altimeter 29.92 radar contact continue.
Way in, way out. We'll land this puppy. Man, this would be really awesome if I could get the flight controls figured out. We'll come in this way and then we'll probably exit the other way. This isn't sketchy at all. Alright, place the engines at either you're gonna dump the guy or what? Yep, sure are. This is like post-apocalyptic hospital. Nope, pushing him through the bushes.
Boeing X-Ray Golf Sierra, you're leaving my airspace radar service terminated.
I guess he'll just disappear here in a second.
Frequency change
Nope.
approved.
Well, yep, sure did.
Squawk 7000. Frequency change approved. Boeing X-Ray Golf Sierra. Melbourne Center, Boeing Alpha Sierra
That
X-Ray
poor
Golf
flight
Sierra.
nurse is
Type Boeing 7 miles east of
getting work
Yankee
today.
Yankee Echo Alpha 9,200 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Boeing Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Melbourne Center. Squawk 1701.
Squawk 1701, Boeing X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Let's get out of here and we're gonna go back to base and shut her down.
Yankee Echo Alpha 12,500 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
Not much room for
Clear
error
through
here.
the Charlie airspace, Boeing X-Ray Golf Sierra.
contact. Continue.
Yeah, we'll go forward. We got enough engines to do it. Here's the aerodrome. All right, there's the tower. We're gonna fly by the tower here and go land back at 900, which there's a real world EMS crew that works and lives there, so this is exactly what you would do. A Cirrus jet? Nope, it's a twin. That actually isn't wrong. There is a twin in this hangar too. It has landing gear though. This one doesn't seem to have landing gear.
Boeing X-ray Golf Sierra, you're leaving my airspace radar service.
Oh, there's the landing gear.
7000. Frequency change approved.
Squawk 7000. Frequency change approved. Boeing X-ray Golf Sierra. Melbourne Center, Boeing Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra, is type Boeing 6 miles northwest of Yankee Tango, Golf flight level 210. Request flight following.
Boeing Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Melbourne Center. Squawk 4162.
Well, hello, fella.
Squawk 4162, Boeing X-ray Golf Sierra.
Boeing X-ray Golf Sierra radar contact 6 miles northwest of Yankee Tango Golf flight level 230.
All right, so what did we learn? I think conceptually,
Roger, X-ray Golf
it's a lot
Sierra.
of fun. The 145, the modeling, the interior is great, systems are great. Flight controls, man, I think Microsoft Flight Sim's just not there on helicopters yet. They haven't been for a while. You know, DCS is probably as close as you can get. Could be my controls, could be sensitivities, could be mapping or whatever, but I just don't find it all that great. It does some wonky things that I'm just like, that doesn't make any sense. So, could just be me though. But I love the mission pack. I think that's a lot of fun. And if you kind of cast aside the fact that it's not exactly flying like a helicopter and just get used to it, it's a lot of fun. Would I use this as a training aid? No. Is it fun? Yes. And does it make me excited for the new Microsoft Flight Sim 2024? Absolutely. Like, I love the idea of missionized stuff. And, you know, seeing the people walk around, stuff like that. So I think that's going to be awesome, and I'm excited for it. All right, well, that'll do it for this. Stay tuned for a review on the Pimax Crystal Light, which is what I'm using. I'm also using the Pro Flight Trainer Puma X for controls. I don't think it's the controls, though. I think it's the Microsoft Flight Sim. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Hello everyone, it's Thomas from Runway Inside Aviation YouTube channel, and welcome to today's video. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to record amazing cinematic videos in Microsoft Flight Simulator. On the screen right now you can see an MSFS film which I recorded recently, and after watching this video and setting all the necessary things up, you will be able to record these amazing films yourself. Right from the beginning, I would like to point out that I'll be using a controller for all the camera movements in MSFS. I just feel like with a controller, using the analog triggers, you can achieve much smoother camera movements. It is possible to set it up for a keyboard as well, but I would highly recommend going for a controller if you own one. In my case, I have an Xbox Series controller, so I'll be using this one today. Before we proceed to the controller setup in MSFS, I would highly recommend downloading the Flight Recorder. With Flight Recorder, you will be able to fly first, record the flight, and then play it back in replay mode. It is much better to fly the aircraft first and then record the videos in replay. It is because it is quite demanding to control the aircraft with your primary flight controls like a joystick or a mouse, and controlling the camera with a controller at the same time. The link to the Flight Recorder will be in the description down below, so you don't need to worry, you just need to open this page up, FlightSim.to, check that it really is Flight Recorder, and then click on download right here. The installation is really simple, you just need to unzip the file and then place the Flight Recorder folder somewhere where you can easily find it afterwards. In my case, I created a special replay folder in my add-ons folder of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Then you need to navigate into the unzipped folder and find the flightrecorder.client.exe, and as you can see, it will ask you to run the application, and here it says that it works with SimConnect, so you do not need to set anything up. Now you can just start Microsoft Flight Simulator with your controller connected, and let's set it up. So here we are loaded up in MSFS, and now we need to head over to Options, Control Options, and then find your controller. We will now go through all the necessary binds that we need to set up. As you can see, only camera is visible here. If I click to keyboard, here are many other options as well, but since we want to use our controller only for the camera movement, we will need just the camera thing here. If you are setting up the controller for the first time, you probably can't see these settings here. That's why I have it filtered to assign, and you probably as well. So you can switch this to all, and then you should see what I have here. Or you can use the search by name thing over here, which might be the best option. I will now slowly go through all my assigned options so you can set it up the same way. But in general, we will be using the left and the right analog sticks the most, as well as LT, RT, the D-pad, and also the X in combination with LT and RT, which will control our drone speed.
132.0, going X-ray Golf Sierra. Goodbye. Melbourne approach Boeing Alpha Sierra, X-ray Golf Sierra, 11,000 feet.
Boeing Alpha Sierra, X-ray Golf Sierra, Melbourne approach altimeter 29.2 radar contact continue.
And last but not least, I highly recommend setting up the sensitivity settings or tweaking it a bit. These are my settings, so feel free to use these from the get-go and then adjust it to your personal preference. Once you have completed this setup, don't forget to apply the changes, and then we can start a scenario. So here we are in a Cessna, and now we can bring up our flight recorder, and as you can see, it should say record here since SimConnect is already connected, and you can just press record and hide this somewhere, and the flight is now recording, so we can now take off, do a few turns, and then see what we recorded. Alright, so here we are stabilized at 3,000 feet, and I will now pause the simulator by pressing P, and we can now bring up our flight recorder and press stop recording. If we now click on replay, you can see that it spawned us onto ground. If I pause the replay, I can move the plane however I want. Here you can see the vertical profile in time. And let's go, for example, for this climbing turn I did here. We can put it like this. We can now switch to the outside view. and see what we can do. Make sure to switch to the showcase camera, and now you can try moving with your left analog stick, and you should be able to move left, right, and forward and backwards, and you should be able to turn your camera, not move it, but turn it with your right analog stick. And then if you combine these two movements, you can achieve a movement like this, which looks pretty decent, but we want to make it even better. So if you remember, on the D-pad we have the zoom in and zoom out, so you can definitely use these two, and then use LT to go down and RT to go up, and you can use RB and LB to rotate the camera itself. So if we go somewhere a bit further away, if I zoom in on the Cessna, for example like this, I like to go below the aircraft like this, and then zoom in a bit more. But now, if you move the camera just slightly, you can notice that the camera movement is still pretty fast. If you want to have a slower movement, like this is too fast, then hold X and RT, and if you move the camera within, holding these two, you can see that it is getting slower and slower, and you can then fine-tune it with LT, so RT is slower while holding X, and LT is making it faster again while holding X. So I feel like this is pretty good, and you can see that if I maintain this on the analog sticks, this looks pretty damn cool. Obviously, I definitely recommend playing with the weather as well while in replay, because the sun is not shining on the plane, it is covered by the clouds. So you can switch this from live weather to clear skies. You can even play with the daytime a bit, so we can set it to morning, so we have the sun shining right onto the Cessna like this. This looks pretty nice. And if we now go to the flight recorder and click on resume replay, the plane will now start moving, and we can follow the plane nicely with the movement of our hands. Or in the opposite way, for example, like this. And I feel like this shot is really nice. What I like to do as well is to move closer to the plane and use the right analog stick to rotate the camera as I move around the plane. This wasn't the perfect shot, but we would need to zoom out a bit, I would say. But it is all about finding the angles and zooming in and trying to get the perfect shot. There's the airport, which looks quite nice as well. And to move the camera up and down, we use LT, RT, and that's pretty much all you need to know about the camera movements. All the cinematic videos I do is by combining these really basic camera movements. There is nothing special. One thing that I use quite often is depth of field. So if you click on auto, you can see that depth of field is working nicely there. Maybe a bit too much, but if you zoom out like this and keep the focus on the Cessna, which I cannot do right now, but yeah, there it is. It's can look definitely really nice as well. A shot like this. But yeah, it's up to you finding the right angles for you, what you like best. But as you can see, I can now fully focus on just controlling the camera while the aircraft's flying on its own, because we recorded the flight earlier, so that's just perfect. And if you're not happy with the shot you just made and you want to go back, you just click on pause replay and you go back on the vertical profile in time. You can see that the plane is going exactly where you want it to be. Let's say we want to continue from this angle. Click on resume replay and you can control the camera and record some more cinematics. If I can just keep the focus on the Cessna, that would be perfect. But yeah, this was pretty cool. If I could just keep the focus, but yeah, it's just about finding the correct angles. But this is the way how you do it. Obviously, it takes some time to get used to the camera movement with the controller, but with fine-tuning the speed, again, it's X and LT and RT to fine-tune the speed, and then it's just how smooth your hands are and what angles you prefer to take. Here you have some more inspiration of the shots I took while recording my MSFS film, or with the Cessna as well. And again, it's just about finding the angles you like, getting familiar with the controls of the camera movements with a controller, and I'm sure you'll master it pretty soon as well. And that's pretty much it for this video. I would like to say thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Don't hesitate to ask me in the comment section down below if you have any questions. And there is a very special video coming up on the channel, so stay tuned, and until next time, take care guys. Hello everyone, it's Thomas from Hornet Aviation YouTube channel, and welcome to this video. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make your MSFS or Microsoft Flight Simulator absolutely amazing in 2024, completely for free, using just one tool. Before we move on, I would like to address the lack of video content on the YouTube channel recently. I've been pretty busy in real life for the past year or so, graduating from high school and also other private things coming into play. But I should have some more free time now, so hopefully I can record and bring some new tutorials and general flights videos to you guys as soon as possible. But without further ado, let's get back on track of today's video, which is how to make your Microsoft Flight Simulator look absolutely amazing in 2024. And in today's video, we will need only one tool and one tool only. The tool that I'm talking about is NVIDIA Freestyle, also known as the NVIDIA in-game filters or shaders. Yes, you heard me correctly, NVIDIA. In today's video, I'm going to cover how to turn on and how to set up these filters for NVIDIA graphics cards only. If you are an AMD user, for example the AMD Radeon series GPU user, you don't need to worry, because there is an option how to let's say enable game filters for your GPU as well. If you go into your AMD Radeon application, you select the game, there you should see a custom color feature. If you turn that on, you will be able to set contrast, vibrance, etc. Basically the very same settings we will be using, or we will set up in today's video, so you can just follow along and see what settings we are using, how we set everything up, and then you can adjust settings for your AMD graphics cards regarding to what we did in this video for NVIDIA cards. But let's get back to NVIDIA users, including myself, and in order to set up your NVIDIA Freestyle or the NVIDIA in-game filters, you will need only one application, and to your surprise, it might already be installed on your PC. The application is called GeForce Experience. It looks like this. You probably know it because NVIDIA users download their game-ready drivers from this application. If you do not have this application installed, I will leave a link in the description down below, so you don't have to worry. Just click on the link, download the app, install it right here with me. You should see two main tabs, Home and Drivers. I'm in Drivers tab right now, and here you have the game-ready drivers for your graphics card. As you can see, I'm not using the latest one because there were some saving issues with the game-ready filters. They work just fine, only the saving is a bit broken at times, so I am using this game-ready driver version 5.6.33 or the release from the 12th of December 2023. I'm waiting for the next update to override this one, and then I will install the version. Just to note, the in-game filters will reset every time you re-download, roll back or update your NVIDIA game-ready driver. It is a bit of a pain, I know. It was already addressed. NVIDIA is working on how to basically make the filters stay within the specific games with GeForce game-ready drivers updates in account. So maybe in the near future we will see an update like that, but for the time being, every time you update your driver, you will need to apply your NVIDIA filters again. So you can just go back to this video and check the settings again. It's really fast and simple process basically. But to enable the feature in the first place I was talking about earlier, the NVIDIA filters or shaders, we need to go into the settings. So just click this icon here, and here we are in the settings of GeForce Experience. Go to the general page, and here on the right hand side you have different features of GeForce Experience. The one we are most interested in, or the two actually, is the in-game overlay. You can toggle the freestyle mode via in-game overlay, which is Alt-Z. The shortcut to open the in-game overlay is Alt-Z, or you can just press Alt-F3. Just be careful, Alt-F3 is right next to Alt-F4. The combination Alt-F4 will close your simulator basically instantly, which you do not really want while flying, do you? So just remember it's Alt-F3 for the freestyle overlay and Alt-Z for the in-game NVIDIA overlay. So ideally have this in-game overlay option turned on, and then in the features check if your freestyle feature is ready. If it is not ready, you can click on it, and here you have all the requirements that need to be met in order to have this freestyle feature running. And obviously you can check the system requirements and also some games and applications right here. Once you have this done, you can close GeForce Experience and start your Microsoft Flight Simulator. When you load up the simulator, you can straight away check if the features we enabled are working as they should, are working properly. So, if you go on and press Alt-Z, it should open the GeForce Experience overlay, as we talked about earlier. As you see, I am recording the video on GeForce Experience now, so that's why the record button is green for me. It shouldn't be for you. If you press Alt-Z again, you should get rid of the GeForce Experience overlay. And if you want to open the in-game filters, the NVIDIA Freestyle feature, press Alt-F3. This should open this game filter overlay thing on the left, and here we will set all the filters later on. So if you press Alt-F3 again, the window will disappear. Load up the scenario so we have a better understanding on what's going on when we change certain settings, and it's happening right in front of our eyes, so we can have a close look on what we actually like and what we do not like. So go ahead, load a scenario so we can have a better look. here we are at Amsterdam Schiphol Airport with the PMDG 737-900. So we can now go ahead and open the game filters tab with Alt F3. So let's press that. And here we are in the game filter overlay. Now, here you can see that our overall, let's say, game filter turn on and off button is switched to off, and that our image sharpening is set to 50%. Leave the image sharpening as it is and go ahead and press 1. Here it says add a filter to begin. That's exactly what we are going to do. And in today's video I will show you two settings that work the best for me. Please keep in mind that all of us are using many different monitors, screen setups, etc. We use different brightness, contrast and everything. So I will give you these settings. They look great with my system and with my setup basically. So you can use these, adjust it maybe with your monitor settings a bit as well. You can then compare it with the screenshots I will show you afterwards and show earlier of how the sim should look after we apply all these filters, and you should see a very big difference because this is an absolute game changer. So let's go ahead and add the first filter. So the first filter we're going to add is sharpen. So add filter, sharpen. Next one is color, then details, last but not least brightness and contrast. It looks pretty funny now, pretty over-saturated, a bit too much of exposure, but we're not done just here, so bear with me. Now you need to click done on the game filter and then open the game filter again using Alt F3. Once you've done that, you can go into the sharpen filter and we will do ignore film grain 100%, leave intensity at 50%, and we go to color, which is tint color 0, tint intensity 0, then temperature is minus 11.6 and vibrance is 0.5. Moving on to details, we have sharpen at 5%, then clarity at 0%, HDR toning at 61% and blue at 9%. And the last filter is brightness and contrast. Exposure is -1. Contrast is 31. Highlights 0. Shadows -10% and gamma is 0. Now if you click on done, this is how my NVIDIA in-game filters look like in the simulator. You can turn on the game filter overlay again by pressing Alt F3, and you can turn the filters off. This is how the sim looks by default, and if you click on 1, it will open our adjusted NVIDIA in-game filter settings. I feel like this brings a whole new life to the simulator. If we turn it off again, you can see that the sim is not really sharp, and it is a bit too warm, let's say. The color palette is maybe a bit too warm. So if we click on 1 again on the settings we just created, this is more of a natural look. You will definitely appreciate this in the sky, because when flying into clouds, cloud surfing and stuff, these settings work really, really great. So definitely give these a go. Again, keep in mind to adjust your monitor settings maybe a bit as well, maybe playing with the sliders on your own, but this is definitely a good start for you because I'm using these exact filters when I fly and they look absolutely stunning in all scenarios. But we're not done here because I have one more preset. Let's call them presets. So this is the preset number 1 or style number 1. as NVIDIA holds it. So let's create another preset. Let's add filter, details, let's add brightness and contrast, and let's add color. Click on done again, and then open the game filter overlay again by pressing Alt F